Yes.
Hi everyone, Jamie Vaughn here with the CCM Cafe, and I am here today with Brennley Brown, who, if you don't know, was top 5 on The Voice when she was 14. She's 17 now, and we're here today for her to bring us her new single, which is?
One More Hallelujah.
And tell us about that song.
Oh, I'm so excited for this one. I am releasing my debut EP in April 17th. I'm very excited. But I took about 3 years to really write and dive into the message that I wanted to share through my music and just really who I was as an artist. And so I had kind of gotten the group of songs together, and I had gotten with my producer and said, okay, here's the group of songs that I love to put on this debut EP. And he's like, okay, I love all these songs, but he goes, have you looked at any outside songs? Which means, have you listened to any other songs besides your own that you've written? And I thought about it, and I said, no, I haven't. You know, I think I just got so caught up in just writing and my love for that, and I hadn't thought about it. And he's like, will you take a listen to this one song? And he sent me One More Hallelujah through my email, and I remember it was just like a lyric sheet at first, and then I was sent a demo, and oh man, I just started crying. I knew it was a message that I hope to share through my music, specifically on this project. But you know, I hope when people hear this song that they receive hope, that they are encouraged if they're going through something, going through a trial, that they can listen to this and just know that God's got them covered, and that He'll get you through whatever trial you're going through. So
for your young age, and I don't mean to speak ill of young, because nobody should do that, but you seem to be so talented and so inspired by the music around you. What are your influences?
I grew up listening to, my dad introduced me to the voices of, the Highwaymen, you know, Willie Nelson, Waylon Jennings, Merle Haggard. I love Dolly Parton and Emmylou Harris and Linda Ronstadt, Joni Mitchell. So kind of that 70s era of music I fell in love with. And I grew up on a small ranch, and so me and my dad we would get a soda, and we would get on our horses, and we had played loud country music, and normally it was, you know, the Highwaymen, but in my house, we would always play worship and gospel, and Maranatha Praise Band. My mom loved that music, and so I was very heavily influenced by both, and I loved both.
So where are you going now with your music?
I'm excited for the future. You know, my prayer is that I can share His message, God's message, with as many people as He allows, you know, and if that's His will, and I pray that, you know, my music can be used in a capacity that allows people that may never hear the message of God to be able to hear it, whether that's through country radio, whether that's through Christian radio, but hopefully, you know, through my music, it's just always a message of love, encouragement, and just brings hope, honestly, is what I hope, my goal.
Now, your home church is Harvest.
Yes.
And you've been working with the Harvest Crusades.
Yes.
How has that been for you?
Oh my goodness, that has been such a blessing. I am so grateful to have been, to just get involved with their church family, and Greg Laurie has been just an incredible support. And you know, this industry it can be tough, it can be dark at times, and so to have someone like Greg and to have a church family that you know is praying for you and that is supporting you, and I get to go home, you know, and sing on the worship team, and things like that are just, I'm so grateful to God that He's allowed that church family in my life. But the Harvest Crusades have been incredible. It's been so much fun to be a part of those.
So what's up next for you?
Oh, next, I'm excited. I'm releasing One More Hallelujah on February 7th, and excited for that. You know, this whole project has been a long time coming. Excited to get on the road and start playing the new music out on the road, and hopefully just continue to go where God leads, you know, and that's my prayer and my hope.
So if you were to give advice to someone who's your age, teenager, wanting to get into the music industry and wanting to get into the faith-based music industry, what would that be?
I think my advice for them is to never compromise who they are. I think, you know, being a girl with faith and being in the music industry, it can be tough sometimes to feel confident enough to stand up for what you believe in. And I would just encourage them, no matter what, to stay true to who they are, to be authentic in who they are, and not worry about what people think, but really just stay strong in who they are, and the Lord will lead you. You know, I wrote a song that's released that came out in November called Keep Coming Back, and you know, it's about my musical journey thus far, and I feel like everybody is given a gift and a calling and a dream that's put inside them by God and placed in their lives. And yes, there'll be trials, and yes, there'll be hard times, you know, that, and I've seen that in my own journey, but there's not one time that God hasn't brought me through that. And so I just encourage them to keep coming back to their love of music and their dreams, and to stay true to who they are and stay firm in their faith. Keep that first in your life. That was like 8 different things that I just said.
It's great though. It's great.
But it was like a nutshell of, you know, what I would love to tell my younger self, you know, and to just always put God first, because He will direct our paths. You know, He will direct our steps. And so.
Well, Brennley, thank you for coming by and talking to us today at CCM Cafe. And everyone, make sure you check out her new single, One More Hallelujah, dropping next Friday on February 7th.